What are you looking at? Hi, YouTube. Anita, can use the other hand?
Hang on. Oh, there you go.
Anita's going to hate us after
I know.
this.
She's going to get her arm workout this morning. All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. Thank you so much to Elena, Angela, and Heather for stopping by. Now, we are opening up the contest lines again this morning.
Yes.
Tomorrow is the big night when Craig Wayne Boyd, season 7 winner of The Voice, will be at the Civic Center, and we have tickets to give away. Foodylicious is at the phones right now. We are looking for caller number 1.
Oh,
Caller number 1.
Very first caller.
3430993 is the number. 3430993 will win 1 pair of tickets valued at $50. I hear it ringing.
I do.
For rules, visit monstermediayuma.com.
Again, these tickets will need to be picked up ASAP. We don't want you to miss out. If you've went through the effort of actually calling and trying to get in, we want to make sure you get your tickets.
That's right. And this is Today in Yuma. If you're just tuning in, it's Catch It Friday, so you also have another chance to win Craig Wayne Boyd tickets because they are in the prize pack for today.
Yes, they
With
are.
all those other delicious goodies like food. And when Janice comes in, she'll be talking about today's Foodylicious dish.
That's right.
And announcing our 251 Downtown Twisted Kitchen winner.
Well, you were mentioning Craig Wayne Boyd, so even if you weren't able to win a pair of tickets through us, you can still get your tickets. Again, the concert is tomorrow. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. The concert is inside. It's at the Yuma Civic Center. Tickets are $25 general admission, $50 VIP. I know that yesterday they had something like maybe only 15 tickets left as far as VIP goes.
Hustle.
Hustle.
You can hang out with us
now. Yeah, that's where we will be. Tickets are available at the YumaCivicCenter.com, and you can also go to the Yuma Civic Center box office. You can go to the Yuma Arts Center or Parks and Rec at City Hall, but I'm not sure if it's a Dark Friday or not, so I don't want to.
It is.
Okay.
Because Kathy is off today. She
There
is
you
watching.
go.
But
So-
she says come say hi to her at the concert too. That's Kathy Nolan. She works over at the Civic Center.
Yeah, so definitely you won't be able to get them at physically, like actually in your hand, but you can go online still and get your tickets. It's not too late. Yuma's own Downtime is going to be opening up, and for Craig Wayne Boyd is the winner of season 7, The Voice. He was on Blake's team. So definitely a concert you want to get out to. And, if they have a great turnout, they are willing to bring in other big names right here in Yuma. So.
And he was here in 2016.
He was.
And, the Yuma community loved him. He's a very talented guy. So, hang on one second.
Kathy said no more VIP, but there's lots of general admission. See,
I'm glad she's watching.
I am.
Well, congratulations to Travis Johnson. He is the winner of those tickets.
Congratulations.
Now, we're doing the changing of the guard here, and Janice is off the phones now. Foodylicious, Janice. Whoop, whoop.
I was sneaking in the back door over there after I did my other duties.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Teresa.
And I'm Foodylicious.
Yummy!
No, it's not ahead of time. I'm just here a bit early. So if you're driving to work right now, you're like, oh, I'm late. No, you're not.
No, yeah, you're pretty close. They're only about 5 minutes early, so that's all right.
Well, everyone is just curious. They've been watching with bated breath to find out what this delicious dish is.
I know,
They've
it
been
smells
teased.
so good, right?
Smells delicious.
I thought I'd get a little fancy last night, so I went online and I looked up most popular recipes right now. And so I went to a site and it says Foodie Crush. I figured that's a perfect site for me because I love food.
Yeah.
So I went and I looked and I thought, well, this is like a number 2 recipe on their site. And it's pork chops. And sometimes you can eat pork chops and you just kind of get tired of them. You cook them the same way all the time and you get a little bored. So I thought, let me try something new. And when I do this stuff with you guys, usually that's the first time I've made this recipe is when I bring it in the next day. So I haven't had time to perfect or anything like that. So that's why I always put so much pressure on myself that it tastes good for you guys. But
Breathe, Janice.
I know, right?
I know, you don't have to rush anymore. You take your time.
That's just how I normally talk.
I know, believe me. I know.
Oh, man.
Didn't say it was a bad thing.
So I thought, let's try something different. And I had never made a homemade brine for any meat that I had done before. And that's like a liquid that you would soak it in overnight in case you have never made brines. It kind of like pickles the meat a little for flavor and soaks it in. So I made this brine for the first time, and it was just apple cider, white balsamic vinegar, sugar, and some kosher salt. And you bring it to like a boil, And just to the sugar and the salt can mix and they don't have that crystallization
They just
anymore.
dissolve, right?
So
Yeah.
then you put those, let it cool, because you don't want to put it in a hot baggie hot. But in the meantime, you had rinsed off in your pork chops and patted them dry and put them in a big, like a freezer bag or a double Ziploc, because you're going to store it overnight in the fridge. And once that brine cools down, add it into the bag, and then you add some fresh sprigs of rosemary, some cloves of crushed garlic, and some peppercorns, whole peppercorns, and then zip it up and put it in the refrigerator overnight.
Oh,
So this morning I cooked the meat. Last night I did the peaches and the onions, which they kind of pickled, had a pickled effect on it. And you just did some olive oil, some chili garlic sauce from the Vietnamese. It's the little, the red crushed ones with like the green lid on them in the international aisle. Like a tablespoon of that. It wasn't a whole lot. And then salt and pepper, mix that up. And while your pork chops, if you wanted to do them within the time you let them soak, you would take those peaches, cut them in half and core them out. You can use white or yellow. I liked the white ones, and they're in season right now. And you brush the top of them with a little bit of olive oil, and then sprinkle sugar on them. And then you grill that flesh side down. So if you have like a Foreman grill that can make marks, or you have a pan that can make marks, or you could do them outside at your grill if you want to. But put them on each side for about 4 minutes on not super high, but kind of a warm heat. So you can get those lines on it, on both sides of those peaches. Then you cut them up. And you put them in a bowl that you have put that sauce with that chili sauce, and you thinly sliced red onions in a circle shape and broke them apart so they're kind of slivery, really thin. Put them into that liquid, and while those peaches are grilling, those onions are in that liquid kind of pickling and getting soft. And then after you finish the peaches, add them to that sauce. And just gently toss it, put it on top of your pork chops. Because all you've done is grilled those pork chops the next morning. Took them out of the fridge this morning for you guys. I dumped out all the brine, rinsed them off, not rinsed them, but pat them off because you don't want that huge peppercorn still stuck to it. And then I just did some fresh crushed peppercorn and salt, put in a hot skillet. I used cast iron, about 5 minutes on each side so they could get a good crisp like crust, and then just put the topping on it.
Where did you have the heat set on the skillet? Was it medium or high?
You want it kind of medium high because you do want a good hot crust. You don't want it to cook all the way through and not get that crisp outside. And once I cooked them, I put them on a plate, covered them with foil a little bit, tented them, and let them rest a little bit, kind of like you would beef. So that way they could finish cooking and absorb those juices of the brine. And I had to have a sample piece, when you make them look right.
Chef
there's
always
one
has to
part, right?
taste.
So I ate that. I was like, oh, this is so good. Because usually I don't like onions that aren't cooked. But the way this went in the sauce, I really
Bless you.
liked it.
Thank you.
And had just enough little heat, where it's a little spicy, but not overpowering.
So is it?
I like that you stepped out of your comfort zone and tried something new.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that.
There was
I'm
a lot of
creature
little
habit.
ingredients. So I was like, oh, I got this. Okay, I could get this. I can get
You
this.
challenged yourself.
I did, and I thought it came out really well. I liked it.
Was it a sriracha sauce?
It is kind of, yeah. It's a chili garlic, so
Yeah.
it has the crushed red peppers, but it's a Vietnamese blend of the two. So I couldn't find a lot of them, but I did find one brand of it. And now that I know I have it, I can use it on different stuff because my kids like spicy stuff.
And
so.
where did you find that at?
Albertsons
Of
on my
course.
24th Street. I had to laugh because yesterday I had gone and picked up a kid to go with me to pick up the groceries, and I had to go to the counter and get my card for Foodylicious. And the girl wasn't the normal girl up there. I think she was on break. And she says, what do you need? I said, I need a Albertsons card for Foodylicious or Janice. I said, for Janice, and she just kind of looked at me and said, or maybe it says Foodylicious. And she said, yeah, that's it. Here you go. And so my kid's like, well, they call you that like out in the real world? I'm like, they do.
But of course.
So when we rang up our transaction, you guys know how they have that U-scan?
Yeah.
And I love that app. And you get so many treats and stuff. Well, right when she rung me up, they had some like those toffee candies up by the register, and she goes, oh, and my card was there and it said Foodylicious on it, right? And she goes, oh, here's one for you. You get this. And my kid thought it was just because I was Foodylicious. And I said, no, they're doing it for all the U-scan people. But I did feel important for a moment.
I love that you're talking about that U-scan, and this is just a trick for anybody that shops at Albertsons. If you do not have the U-scan app, get it.
Yes.
It's definitely
It
a
is.
money saver.
It is.
Plus you get gas points. But one of the things I discovered that I never used, and I'm like, why I didn't use this before, I don't know. Because I'm one that, when I'm going to go get this for dinner. and I go through my app and I kind of put everything in. Well, then the things that are not on my list that I find I come past, I'm like, oh, it's on the app. So I'll go through and I'll look through the app trying to find it. I don't know why I was looking for so long, because there's a barcode scanner.
Yes.
All you have to do
Yeah.
is scan it, and it pulls it up wherever it is in the app. It pulls it up and adds it to your cart. I'm like, I guess I wasn't paying attention to
that little
I
option.
used-
Or
I was-
even, because I like to do my whole list so I don't
Yeah.
forget, you just hit the little plus and then hit the search bar and start typing in what you want, and it'll drop you down options and lets it go to aisles.
I had always prepared and done it before, and I came across, I was like, oh, it said that it was in the
Just
app, and
scan
I'm
it.
like, pulled the barcode up, scanned it, went right in. I was like, oh, makes my life
So all those
Yes.
people who don't know that and see me scanning stuff in the store are not just weird.
Technology
It was-
these days, we
I'm
gotta
really
love
doing
it.
it on the app.
Well, really quick before we announce our 251 winner, Kathy says the Civic Center office is open today till 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
But that's to buy Craig Wayne Boyd tickets, and the box office will be open tomorrow at 5:30, and they're selling tickets right before the event. Or, like Teresa said, you can buy tickets at yumashowtickets.com.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Kathy. We appreciate that.
The perks of having a city,
Yeah.
someone that works at the actual Civic Center watching our show.
Exactly.
Make sure
And
you
the
have our
benefit
details.
of the Facebook Live. We can get stuff instantly.
Yes, I
Put it
love
up
it.
there.
Thank you, Kathy.
Good morning. My sister just tuned in. Morning, Chrissy.
So you know what? Let's take a break.
We'll take a break, then come back. You have to wait. The suspense
I have so much more to say.
coming up next. All right, we'll be back after this on Today in Yuma on Z93, Outlaw Country, Monster Media, Yuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed.
I discovered the white balsamic about 2 years
We can
ago.
create like a
I
two foam
love
platform.
white balsamic.
See, and it's not quite as
She
bitter.
needs something.
Right.
They have
No,
the
I
right
like
option.
both,
Yeah.
and I've gotten a really
Before it
good
gives you that.
traditional balsamic, but there's something about the
Take it.
white. I
We're just
love
trying.
it.
That right there, just for my
Yeah.